Hello everyone. In this demo, I'm going to show you how to create Rhel 9 or Rocky 9 Linux in Microsoft Azure. As you can see here on the screen, this is the website of Microsoft Azure. Microsoft Azure, often referred to as Azure. It's a cloud computing service operated by Microsoft for application management via Microsoft Managed Data Centers. There are more than 200 products and cloud services in the Azure Cloud Platform. As you can see here, you can try the Azure for free and you can create an account. So you can click here, create a free account, and you can see here all the services. You can get more information about the Azure Cloud services, and they will give you $200 Azure credit to use their services. I already created an account and I logged in to the Azure portal. So this is what we called Azure portal. So first thing, we need to create a resource group. If you cannot find it over here, so you can search here. So resource groups, you hit there, and then after that you click on create, and I'm gonna call this one RHCSA. So the subscription will be pay as you go, and the region will be East US. So review and create, then you're gonna hit create. So next step, after we created the resource group, I'm gonna go back to the home page, look for the virtual machines. If you cannot find it here, so you can search also here, virtual machines. You click on this, then you're gonna click here, create, and the first one, Azure virtual machine. So create a virtual machine hosted by Azure. Click there. Okay, so you will see this page, and the subscription will be pay as you go. The resource group will be RHCSA, and I'm gonna call this one Rhel 9. Region will be East USA. Availability option, I'm not gonna change anything there. So security type will be standard. Then here is the most important thing. So here is the image, so you can see all the images. You can search for Red Hat, then you hit enter, and you can see here all the images. So I'm gonna choose this one, so Red Hat Enterprise Linux. So and I'm gonna click here, select, and as you can see here, there are many types or many operating system version, so you can choose whatever you like, so 7 or 8 or 9. For our demo, I'm going to choose this one, so Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9. So I'm gonna click this one. Okay, so next, the VM architecture will be 64, and the size. So also this is an important, also you need to see all the sizes. And then when you go over here, you can sort them by cost and month. You click here, and you need to choose, for me, I like to go with the P2S. So the RAM will be 4 gig and the CPU 2. That's not too bad. So I'm gonna choose this one. So this is the cost, and then select. Then here the authentication type, I'm gonna go with the password. So I'm gonna create my username, will be student. Then I'm gonna type my password. So you need to create a username and password here. Type the password again. Okay, good. So yeah, public inbound ports, so yeah, we need to allow it. So the inbound ports will be SSH22. Then next, disk. So the disk, I'm going to choose the standard HDD. And if you go down here, you can create and attach a new disk. We will need, like, you can add it right now or later on in the later session when we're gonna do the partitioning. So you can create and attach a new disk here. Then the networking, click here, and I see here the public IP. So we need the public IP in order to SSH from the local machine to the virtual machine in Azure. And everything looks fine here. We'll go to the next here. We're not gonna do anything here. Next, 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 then next, review and create, and I'm gonna click create here. So we created the new virtual machine, the Rhel 9. So it will take maybe a couple minutes to create the image. So I'm gonna go back to the home. I click on virtual machine here, and click create. I'm gonna create the second virtual machine, so the resource group will be the same, RHCSA, and I'm gonna call this one Rocky 9. Region will be East US. Availability option, I'm gonna leave the default here. Security type standard, so you can see all the images. For me, I already have the image that I found, so Rocky Linux 9. So you can search also for different images here if you would like. The VM architecture here will be 64, and see all the sizes. So I'm gonna go here and sort by cost and month. I'm gonna click here. So I believe I'm gonna go with this one, B2S, this one. So I'm gonna have 4 gig RAM and 2 CPU, also the same thing. So I'm gonna click next, and for the password we'll do the same thing here. So student, then I'm gonna type a new password here. Okay, good. Okay, next, so the same thing here for the disk. So I'm gonna go with the standard one, and as I said, you can create and attach the disk to this virtual machine. So I'm gonna go to the networking. Make sure that you have public IP in order to SSH from the local machine to the virtual machine in Azure. So everything looks fine here. Okay, hit next. I'm not gonna do anything here. Next, review and create. So then I'm going to click on create here. It will take a couple minutes to create the virtual machine. So I'm gonna go back to the home here. You can click on the virtual machines here, and you will see this is the image that we just created. So you click on it, and as you can see over here, so here is the public IP address. So I'm gonna copy this one, and I'm gonna go to the terminal. So you have to open a terminal. So if you have Mac, you can search for the terminal, you open the terminal, and if you have Windows, you can use the PowerShell to SSH from your local machine to the virtual machine in Azure. So I'm going to type SSH, and the name of the username there, student at, and I'm gonna hit enter. Yes, so I'm gonna type my password. And as you can see over here, right now we are inside the virtual machine here. Okay, so I'm gonna type host name.ctl, and you can see here, so this is the operating system, so Rhel 9, or the Red Hat Enterprise 9, and you can also check the /etc/os release, and you can see over here, so this is the image that we just created on Microsoft Azure. I will go back again here, so I'm gonna go to the virtual machine. Hopefully we will get the second image here, or the second virtual machine. Yep, we have the Rocky here, Rocky 9. Click on it, and so from the overview you will see here is the public IP address. So I'm gonna SSH to the Rocky Linux here, SSH student at, then the IP address. So yes, type the password. Okay, so we are inside the virtual machine here. So I'm going to type host name.ctl, and as you can see here, so Rocky, and I can type also cat/etc/os release. Hit enter, and as we can see here, this is the Rocky Linux 9. Okay, so that's conclude our session. Thank you, and see you in the next lesson.